I dun 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 dun. Hey! I dun 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 dun. Hey! Can we do a conga?
You like cruises, right?
I flipping love cruises!
Let me just put some realism back into the fairy tale kind of holiday.
Oh.
For your own safety.
Oh, it's a safety trip we're going
Because
on now.
bad things sometimes do happen.
Right, okay.
Here is a list of some of them that you won't read in a brochure. 1. Woman sentenced for bomb threat. Linda Gale Wilson made repeated phone calls to the authorities claiming there was a female terrorist carrying a bomb on board the Carnival Dream in October 2012. The ship-wide search was conducted, but thankfully no explosives were found. She later was sentenced to 12 months in a federal prison for the hoax.
Why would you do that?
Sadly, bomb scares are a frequent occurrence on cruise ships.
Why would you do that then?
Number 2! Passenger evicted as bioterrorism suspect.
Bioterrorism?
Well, in May 2012, a Nashville neurosurgeon named Dr. Jack Cruz, Cruz, very funny, was to give a speech on the Carnival Magic about his diet plan, then found himself a suspect of bioterrorism. I had no idea what I was being accused of. They went out of their way not to tell me, said Cruz. Apparently somebody had sent a tweet using Cruz's name. The tweet was found to be a fake account.
Yeah, was it
and
like...
his name was cleared. The Carnival says this protocol...
Did they say sorry?
The Carnival stands by its protocol and takes all threats seriously.
Yeah, so I mean it wasn't really their fault. What do you do? There's a protocol, exactly.
Well, exactly,
so
yeah.
they were just following protocol. They're doing it by the book again, not doing anything wrong. They had some crazy tweet on, oh, there's a threat. Well, we've got to respond to that threat. We can't just let that slide.
Exactly.
FBI, come along, clean this mess
Right,
up.
what's going on here?
Well, he's got these guys messing
it's a
about
fake
with bio
account.
stuff.
Sorry, everyone.
Right, just get back on the boat again. Let's
Enjoy
go
the
again.
holiday.
Sick of this job.
Number 3, death by alcohol poisoning. Bar tabs are a big profit centre for the cruise industry, and lots of passengers in holiday mode tend to overindulge without much monitoring from the crew. Sadly, 18-year-old high school senior Seth Younes imbibed so much that he was found unresponsive in his cabin by his 14-year-old brother while on an 8-day spring break Caribbean cruise with his family.
Oh,
The
boy.
autopsy confirmed his death was due to accidental acute alcohol poisoning. Well, perhaps this serves as a cautionary tale for parents, to alert them and to not let their guard down when on spring break.
Well, yeah.
Kids. Number 4! Fire left Carnival Triumph dead in the water. Waking up to fire and smoke in the hallways was just the first part of this nightmare cruise. After diesel generator number 6 ignited into flames that fatal morning, the ship's power was compromised to the point that over 4,000 passengers and crew sat adrift 150 miles off the Yucatan coast for 4 days before they could be towed to Mobile, Alabama. There was no air conditioning and lights, food and water were limited.
Well, that's pretty grim, isn't it?
Well, perhaps most significantly, the toilets overflowed and it became known as
The poop deck.
the poop cruise.
Oh. Poop deck was actually one of the levels on a ship before there was the poop.
Really?
Yeah. Someone Google that and let us know.
Number 5, bed bugs on the Carnival Victory. On the Carnival Victory a few years back, a Massachusetts couple woke in the middle of the night and found 40, 50, 60 bugs just crawling all over the top half of the bed.
Really? You can see bed bugs?
Carnival acknowledges the infestation and say they suspected a previous guest brought them aboard. Number 6, unwarranted cavity search. A 17-year-old passenger on the Carnival Sensation claimed she was a subject to an aggressive strip search and other humiliations when she was suspected of being in possession of marijuana in April 2011. She says she was forced to take off her clothes, remove a tampon, urinate, and undergo a genital cavity examination by security staff. But during the trial, it came to light that the girl had embellished her story and she admitted that she voluntarily took off her underwear and tampon just to get things over with. I think it's not really Carnival, it's people.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it's like,
watch out for people, watch out for irresponsible people.
Look what these cruise companies have to deal with.
Like, for example, this one, number 7. Lawsuit for falling overboard. After a night of reveling over a few cocktails whilst on a cruise in the Caribbean, 31-year-old Sarah Kirby lost her balance managed to flop over the regulation 42-inch high railings on her balcony
boy.
and plunged about 100 feet into the dark waters below.
Flipping heck.
Don't worry, she actually lived to tell the tale, was rescued after spending 2 hours adrift.
Oh, 2 hours.
At sea, yes.
Treading water. Oh, boy.
But here's where my sympathy kind of goes a bit.
Right.
Because rather than offering kudos to Carnival for saving her life, Kirby turned around and sued them for the incident, claiming that they not only took too long finding her, but they were also somehow responsible for pushing Long Island teas on her by offering $5 casino incentives per drink purchase. She lost. One spokesman said, personal responsibility has to enter into the picture. Of course it does. I mean, you can't get drunk and then fall overboard and go,
stupid.
oh, it's your fault now for getting me drunk because, and you took too long.
I got
to
all
rescue
wet.
me.
That's your fault. It's your sea.
So what have we learned? What have we learned?
Well, don't be a jerk. And don't try and pin it on the cruise ship when
Exactly.
you fall over in a drunken mess.
Well, have you ever been on a cruise ship and experienced anything similar? Comment below and let us know.